So many people making claims, but are they real? Are there aliens, or is it nothing? Wow. I think I'm live. Your old friend, CW Guilt Shame Pilgrim Pro Tem. This is essentially, this is already, we're starting off half cheeked, as it were. I had a kind of a mission statement at the beginning of the stream. Plan D, first in the live chat. Gold medal on to you. Plan D, you operate under a cloud of suspicion. I will tell you that. Tabernacle crazy. You're already a distraction. It's a ship of fools. No exit. The lunatics have taken over the asylum. It's Plan A. But you're here and you're a viewer. So I thank you. On behalf of the staff and administration, we thank you for your presence and your views. Till you throw a sock on it. That's what she said. Listen, and the proceedings are afoot. Ironically, you might actually focus me. Warp Doctrine TRBB. Would you like many viewers? No. Let's make you popular. Well, I made a deal with someone in a fancy suit and ended up with a case of Plan D. You may have a doctrine, but it's apparently warped. Eli Man 101. Hello, and welcome to the proceedings. You we warped production, warped doctrine TRBV. We must tell you, for God's sakes, I hope there's someone manning the controls at the farm to receive the gold medal for kick participation. We make no judgments. You're here. You get the gold medal. Eli Man 101. Silver medal for YouTube participation. On to the Plan D. Do it for fun. Gotta be more specific. I threw a lot of things out there. We have Mario Heat getting that gold medal on Twitch. And now we know we're doomed for failure. Well, I may be doomed for failure. Golden Coin 100. We only have a bronze to give you, but we give it to you with love. Though you can polish your silver medal for Twitch participation and put it right aside, you get also a silver for kick. Kevin Fan Creek Craft. We see you on YouTube as well. We've given out our medals for live chat participation, but honorable mentions out to you. Mario Heat throwing out some political queries to me. Let me see. I'm going to read it first before I I'm gonna read to myself. Apologize for dead air. Tim Frey with us as well, folks. Why don't I get this sort of energy on the other channels, folks? It's almost like after years and years and years of telling you, hey guys, if I'm a one man band and the only difference between me and the other bands are the names of the bands, and the only thing you got to do is subscribe to the other channels. Why is it that people show up on this channel but not the other? It's almost like people can't follow instructions. Anyway, Mario, if you had to hypothetically play a video game with a country to get rid of a drug addiction, which one would you pick? A, Mexico, smiley face, Venezuela, C, Colombia, D, all of the above. You know, Mario, I would choose Plan E, none of the above. Because you can't solve one problem by causing another. No, not Canada. Though it's tempting, and who would miss them anyway? Just Mexicans with wings. You have to be there. Gordon Hasbrook as well. You're a thug. Well, reformed. I put those days behind me. Don't try and get me back into those streets. I'm not going back there. I've learned new ways. Hug life. Anyway, we also say hello to Grady Allen. And I could tell by the number of letters without faces that's going to be hot Thanksgiving night tonight. Angela Gatlin. Hello. Hello to you, Angela. Hello. You've got a chick's name, so I sing. I would have sang for Tim, but it's too early in the afternoon. Listen, this is essentially, it was going to essentially be a rebroadcast, not rebroadcast, a redo of a video was the last video I did on my TTRPG channel, Blueberry Wolfbridge, no intro RPG. Jilly Beans is here as well. Or should I say, Jilly Beans, she's a hoe. Singing for the girls, don't you know? Do it, do it, do it in the streets. She's a hooker who does it in the streets. I had to. Jilly, let me explain. When Angela Gatlin came into the live chat, I sang and said, well, I sing because you got a chick's name. So if you come in and I don't sing, well, then it's going to look crazy. And I assure you that the song that I sang for Angela was just as scandalous. Don't bother rewinding and seeing if that's the truth. Just know, trust, and believe. And I don't know why I'm messing around on YouTube because people are getting their channels canceled. Anyway, let's move on. The point is this, and I really wish I have, folks, who's been with me a long time? Show of hands. Now you're gonna have to raise your hands very high because I can't see you. Okay, Golden Coin 100 says, okay, now I'm confused. How could you be confused? And then there's a delay. So remember the CW Chanter's Secret Space Program? Secret Space Program for whistleblowers. Their School for Secret Space Program whistleblowers. What was it? The CW Chanter School for Secret Space Program whistleblowers. Do you remember that? that fun time we had? No, no one does. I don't think anyone does. Okay, people do. Well, we had that. That was towards the tail end of my relevancy before I got sued. Julie Beans was remember the Meta RPG. That was we're don't going around. You're gonna confuse yourself. You go too many steps ahead. We gotta go one step at a time. Then we did that. Then, as an adjunct to that, we had the secret space program, Whistleblower School, applied time travel technology, right? Where you just hyperfixate on shit from a given year until you get so bugged out that you think you're in that year. Essentially, see, I'm getting better at this. You know what I mean. I'm not overthinking the communication process of it. I'm getting it through faster. Bee Gees is here. I literally have a Blueberry Wolf Bridge song stuck in my head. We're making it happen, folks. Ruining one life at a time. But there, how many billions of people in the world? But you got to get involved in the street team, folks. See, but here's the thing. You guys don't need to miss each other. All that needed to have happened for you guys to have been in constant contact is for Bee Gees, I'm going to start calling people out by name, to have subscribed to the other channels and dutifully watch those other videos as well. I'm kidding. No one needs to feel guilty. I don't blame you. I made the other channel a TTRPG channel, tabletop role-playing games, like D&D. So I suppose I shouldn't be surprised that there was a noticeable drop-off in play, especially amongst, hey, the female members of the audience. Not that there's nobody amongst the female members of the audience that play TTRPGs, but hey, it is what it is. But, BG says, I miss you, sweetheart, too. And I miss you. I miss you, sweetheart, too. I miss you. Though it didn't need to be that way, except for you. Heartless Bee Gees. Unsubscribe from my channels. Don't wanna watch, even though I was there for you. Man, and then there's the other thing. People say all the time, people are like, oh, drop me all the channels I need to subscribe to. Yo, in the description box below, there's not the thing. Yo, go to PayPal. Listen, go to the Patreon. I'll tell you why. Here's the thing. I set up for this Thanksgiving 1995 game. There's a virtual reality radio station full of AI music. People hate AI music, so that's why I made a radio station full of AI music from 1995. Here's the theory. We were all going to have a virtual reality Thanksgiving in 1995 together. I should have added the radio station to this broadcast, the description box of this broadcast. But as I was going live, my energy level was already waning. I made the first video announcing this game on the other TTRPG channel. Yeah, what about my humility? We love you, BGs. Come on, man. I do love you, BGs. I was teasing you, kid. Hey, listen, when you could pay me, when there was a means on YouTube for people to donate to me, you always did. Come on, we love you, BGs. You know what I mean? More than a woman. Hey, listen. Anyway, I made the video on the other channel and I put the radio station there. And I was going to put the radio station on this one, but then I was like, fuck it. We're going live. And I'm like, we'll just tell people, go to the Patreon and you'll find all the links there. Or go to the Blueberry Wolf Bridge, no intro RPG channel. Oh, BG says I'm on a disability pension now. Excuses, excuses, excuses. I don't want to hear that shit. Meanwhile, in a world where people can clip videos and stuff, I'm out here thinking that I can joke around like I'm in a private facility. Meanwhile, you can't even joke around in private facilities. I'm out here on YouTube like, oh, you're on a disability pension now? Like I give a fuck. I'm CW Chanter, and I don't give a fuck if you're dying, BGs. You gotta pay me. I'm serious as a heart attack when I say I'm CW Chanter. I don't give a shit if your life sucks ass, BGs. You gotta pay me, girl. I'm serious as a heart attack. I'm joking, by the way. I hope everyone, yeah, thank you. Thank you. Meanwhile, that's the part they're gonna clip out. Meanwhile, I just gotta say this again. FYI, in case you're curious, if you hear the world famous, it's not world famous audio. If you hear world famous audio of me saying I started this thing, blah, 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 to do this, to that, to do that, to it, that is doctored audio. They literally, you know, uh, dear Smithers, you're quite good at turning me on. Beauty Rock literally did me like that. Trabant says, who are you? Trabant, I am CW Guilt Shame Pilgrim Pro Tem. And I have been so since the beginning of fucking time. Who the fuck are you? No, I'm kidding, Trabant. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm CW Chanter, and I've been so since the beginning of this YouTube channel. Who are you? No, and I don't say that like, who the fuck are you? I say it because honestly, like, I'd like to know who are you? Like, welcome to the proceedings, welcome to the live stream. Do you want to know something? Like, besides who I am, like, you know what I mean? Like, let's dance. Like, I'm here. Oh, thank you. Like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. I don't know if I'm really giving you a reason to, but I would like it if you did. Lemaire is here. CW Chandler, you better recognize, especially if your life is going down the tubes. You know what I mean? My attitude is, it's like if you're on a disability pension, then how long you got, right? Time's a ticking. Give now or forever hold your peace. Trabant, this dude is a genius at abusing the disabled and handicapped. Hey, I could grow up to be president one day, right? I've already declared bankruptcy. No, I'm kidding. That's the other guy. Boom. Ow. Meanwhile, I say that. How many innocent people are out there? How many hard working, decent, great people are out there who have had to declare bankruptcy? And I was just basically like, y'all, you know, I'm not the guy who declared bankruptcy. You know, if there's a guy out there like, yeah, I declared bankruptcy. I needed a heart transplant. And I kept on working. The doctor kept on saying, if I keep on working, I'm going to be dead. And what good is it, the heart transplant, if I'm dead? And so it got to the point where the boss man was just like, I'm not going to stand by and let you die on the job. So I'm just going to put you on the pension. And I'm like, that's not going to do it. And he was like, so now the bills come. And so I declared bankruptcy. And that was just it. But I guess CW Chandler thinks I'm a piece of shit. No, I don't, dude. Meanwhile, FY, anyone who's watching this after the fact, I'm doing a bit. And there's no one's had people have had heart attacks. I'm going to shut up right now. There were two aspects of the Thanksgiving 1995 game. One of them was going to be, there's this virtual reality radio station with music that I made and was continuing to upload. I haven't uploaded for a couple of days because shit's been crazy in my life. But more videos will be uploaded. And so the point was, if people listen to this virtual reality radio station, that if we listen to it as a community, even though we'd be listening to it at different times and at different places, because there's a group of us, but we're not such a large group, that would be this special little thing, a little virtual reality fireplace, that even if people were listening to it just for a couple of moments a day, or if they were just follow my advice, which would be to just listen to this radio station. Don't worry, but AI music sounds just like people made music now. Everybody knows it. Good luck with that. Meanwhile, before you can send me a fax, you have to have a fax machine to send me one from. Good luck with that. Anyway, crazy like a fax. Oh, no problem. I'll just post it. I'll just post it. Hashtag crazy like a fax. Make it viral, folks. We can do this shit. Meanwhile, I got 17 people watching me live. Why can't I get those numbers on the other channels, folks? Come on. I got whatever. It is what it is. Anyway, so that was part of the game. I'm not chili beans. Is it? I don't know. Why don't you find someone with a fax machine and find out? That was part of the game. The other part of the game was I made these random tables that you could use to generate like little virtual reality like characters, like like TTRPG, like tabletop, like PCs, like player characters. If you're familiar with Dungeons and Dragons and other role playing games, then you'll know what's up. And you can use like any stats you want from any system. You could roll like you could use the stats from standard D&D stats of strength, wisdom, constitution, intelligence, dexterity, charisma. I don't think I'm forgetting anything, am I? Or you can use, advanced fighting fantasy, stamina, luck, skill, you know. No, I've got both going. You can see me in vertical or horizontal. I'm on StreamYard, so I'm in vertical and horizontal. You have your choice. You should have a choice. You should have a choice. Anyway, so but what we do have stats for is, and I'm a little bit behind because I was trying to generate a character every day myself, but I clipped out after two because, like I said, had a lot of things going on. We got a lot of construction going on, but I'm gonna pick it back up. But I had codified it down into a couple of steps, and I didn't finish. I got two more tables to fill in, but I don't have them written down, but I can give them to you orally. Haha. That's what I said. And then I'll finish them in. But then once you even just say them, you can use the transcribe function because I think I've got that enabled on the channel. Then you'll be able to just get to make a Word document out of out of the transcript of this video, and then you'll have all the tables anyway. And then once I write them down, then I'll just like take a photo or whatever and put it on Patreon as well. You won't even have to pay for it. I'll let you know when I've done that if I get to it. So anyway, I've got names. So step one will be names. I've got a name table and the rules for generating names. Then I've got step two to generate their age. Then I've got step three, your choice of stats from your choice of system. As I said, you could use like Dungeons and Dragons stats. You could use, whatever. Or you don't have any stats at all if you just want to just generate their names and other stuff. Step four is we're going to roll for a food item. We have an ID8, like an 8-sided dice. You'd roll for the food item that they have, and all these items come from either 1995 films, or some of them come from the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, because that resonates with 1995 because it's from 1975. So it's from 20 years early. So because of the nostalgia loop theories, it resonates. BGs. I fucking missed you, Ben. Absolutely. We missed you too, BGs. We missed you too. or I'll contact John and get you that way. No problems, kid. No problems. No problems. And believe you me, 90% of the time when I say, "Oh, I'm not going to send you the link or whatever," it's because I just don't want to pause right now. I just want to keep on going. It's not that I want to like F you, BGs. What? Send you the links? Send you the links? Send you the links? Send me your fucking pension, you handicapped broad. Send me nudes. Send me proof that you're fucking handicapped. If you think I'm taking your word for it, you must think I'm as dumb as fucking Corey fucking Good, right? I want to see state's fucking evidence that you're fucking handicapped. Okay? Then you send me your fucking pension. Then I'll send you the fucking links. Okay? That's how I roll. I've been hurt before. Okay? Yo. I'm kidding. I'm joking around. Right. First of all, if you don't see me tomorrow or the next day, it'll be because the YouTube automated AI, no intelligence, automatic pilot algorithm will have correctly identified the last 15 or 20 minutes of this video as having contained, right, audio of individual CW saying to audience member BG, "You're handicapped." You know what I mean? I want your pension. Send me your pension. If you don't send me your pension, I'm gonna get. Meanwhile, algorithm, please know and understand. The person that I'm talking to is a member of the community. As if that makes it better. They're gonna cancel my channel. This may have been a self-suicide. BGs, I hope you know. For what it's worth, for what it's worth, okay? You're handicapped. We accept that as a reality. For what it's worth, you took out CW Chanter, right? I think I must have wanted to go, right? Trust me, I've downloaded all the videos that were like emotionally meaningful to me, right? So, um, they'll just, but I don't know if this if or maybe but, and the thing that's so crazy is that every day I am shocked and amazed at the number of people, right? Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Tim Frey. You know what I mean? You know who just announced their retirement as well? David Coverdale. I'm like the David Coverdale of people, right? Of people. I'm like the David Coverdale of people. I'm like the Boris Johnson of people on YouTube. What? You know what I mean? I'm like the Abe Vigoda of trance. That's an actual quote from the Fugazi documentary Instrument, FYN, in case you're curious, because that's how we're going out. What was the last thing he said? He said he's the Abe Vigoda of trance. Then he mentioned that that's an actual quote from the Fugazi documentary Instrument, which it actually fucking is. And I was going to part of what I was thinking I was gonna possibly do today. I one of the thoughts that I had was that there's been several videos that I've been talking about, thinking about covering. And one of them was a person who was talking about having their being informed by YouTube that all their channels were going to be taken down after they had invested all this like time, energy, and 5 years into building up YouTube, and it was going to be another opportunity for me to say, hey, you invest time and energy into YouTube. Bear in mind that YouTube is like a landlord with whom you have no rental agreement. They can literally come in at any time and be like, dude, you're done. We're canceling you. We're canceling all your channels. And it happened to me recently where they took down one of my channels and they basically said, look, you can appeal, but if you appeal and we agree with this current decision, these channels are going to be banned and you will not be able to have another YouTube channel ever. That's what it says. And you basically in that moment know that, okay, I have a choice. Or it says you can appeal anytime within the next 2 years. They said, but until you appeal, you cannot set up another YouTube channel. But I think that's what it says. I'm not trying to purposely misstate anything. Or it says, if you do appeal and we agree with our decision to keep you banned, then you can no longer set up a YouTube channel ever in perpetuity. It's like they talk about in China the social credit score. If we think about how much power we give to these companies like YouTube and Meta through Facebook and Instagram, and who they're how much power that they control with, how much we need if you want to promote yourself as a creative, as a creator, anyone in the marketplace. It's a big deal to be told you're never going to be able to do anything on YouTube ever again, because if you're a creative, if you do things in the creative arts, the creative fields, you have to know that there are plenty of things or times when you show up to a gig or a job, but they're going to be like, yeah, set up a YouTube channel. Yeah, open up a website, start a Facebook, start a Twitter, do it. And the last thing that you want to have to say to somebody when you've just gotten the gig, or you're trying to get a gig, or you're interning on a thing, is to be able to have to say to somebody, yeah, I actually can't do that because I'm permabanned. Not that the thing with setting up or circumvent. I'm not suggesting that I would say to anybody to circumvent these things, because then you get monetized, and then they discover, oh well, no, actually this IP. And FY, in the case you're curious, if you want to get your channel verified, or you want to get monetized or be part of the partner program, the last thing they asked me to do things, they wanted to do things like they were the IRS. They wanted me to scan my face and do things like it was like Blade Runner. Like they really wanted to make sure that they were getting people's ID, you know what I mean, and all this stuff. Got another advertiser. More advertisers, one on Twitch, one on Kick. Well, at least we got something. It's like off to another platform. But are there true alternative platforms to go to? That's the thing. And the reality is this: for all these other platforms, there are plenty of people that will tell you, hey, look, Rumble, Odyssey, Vimeo, Kick, are they true alternatives? Are they truly viable? Are they going to last? Would really, the thing for me, and what I tell people, and I know we're getting off on a crazy tangent, and I might just at this point tell people what you want to do maybe is just go to the Blueberry Wolf Bridge No Intro RPG and look there for the character creation rules, or we'll get to it again. Maybe I'll just keep on streaming for a little bit. Is when if you're a band on the streets, when people were bands on the streets, and the way that you promoted stuff was in the clubs, or whether if you were a musician, an artist, a poet, or whatever, when the world was happening in the world, if you pissed off one promoter, you pissed off one club owner, and they said, F you, you're not going to play the Rocks again. There were other places to play or other places to go. Or if they said to you, if all the halls in town said, we're not down for this rap stuff, or we're not down for this hardcore punk stuff, you would play VFW halls. You could do other things, and you could promote yourself. You could make your own tapes, and you could do things, and you could spread your word of mouth, and you could keep local scenes alive and going. But when everything goes to these virtual spaces, yeah, you can reach a worldwide audience, but you're not reaching anybody local. So you can't put any butts in a seat in a local place. And if you get kicked off of YouTube, there goes your fucking audience. And it's like, yeah, if you go on to there were people that would like be like, "Oh, she's really famous in Second Life. She gives concerts in Second Life where 300, 500,000 people show," whatever the case may be. But then Second Life goes away and that person literally doesn't exist. Or they get kicked off of YouTube, but they're only famous amongst bronies or whatever. It's like if you're not plugged in, if you're not actually plugged into a local real world, then you don't exist once that virtual world goes away. And virtual worlds go away all the time. There were people that were big deals on MySpace in the scene community, and then that goes away. Or you get kicked off or you get deplatformed and you've gone away. It's been taken away from you. And YouTube can take your whole world away for nothing. And if you read the terms of service, there's very little you can do. There's very little that you're empowered to do. And then there's so much that happens where you really don't know what's happening with these algorithms. Like, I see all the time that there are people that say, like, "My channel was doing this, my channel was doing that," and then what happened? Then all of a sudden, the numbers started dipping, or all of a sudden, I'm looking and the engagement is so down. It's not seen, it's not being put in front of these people. And it's like, there might be nothing going on other than not as many people that were in your core demographic are tuning into YouTube. Or just might be a whole bu I tell you that there's a whole bunch of stuff that I noticed with the views that I was getting or the number of subscribers that I was getting that I would just say, I'd be like, this is probably just YouTube fudging the numbers. This is probably I noticed after a while that for every year that I was on YouTube live streaming daily or semi on a regular basis, every year that I was on YouTube live streaming on a regular basis, my subscribers increased by 1,000. Honestly, by the end of the first 5 years that I was on YouTube, where I was live streaming consistently, I had 5,000 subscribers. When I stopped live streaming consistently and stopped paying attention to this channel, my subscribers froze. And people that I saw that kept on going, they kept on going for another 5 years, they have 10,000 subscribers. It's like clockwork. You know what I mean? It's at some point it just seems like, and we know that YouTube was offering at some point like TikTok to sell people themselves, almost like an internal bot program to sell people subscribers. So it just it is what it is. It's the entertainment business. If you go to YouTube to promote whatever it is you're doing in the real world, that is, you're a band, you're a therapist, you're a tarot card reader, you're an artist, you're a comic book artist, you're a poet, you're this, you're another thing, you're a juggler, whatever. You've got something happening in the real world that you're promoting actively in the real world, and you also have a YouTube channel as an adjacent thing to also promote that real world activity on the side on YouTube, then I think you're doing okay. But if you're just doing YouTube, I think you're going to end up getting tripped out because YouTube just has a tendency to go away for people. It just doesn't seem to play fair, and it just seems to play games with people. But what do I know? That just seems to be the situation. It also seems to be the case that look, when you do YouTube, YouTube, that is like you become sucked into the YouTube game. That is, if you're a poet, a comic book artist, a musician, this, that, the other thing, and you come to YouTube, once you start playing the YouTube game, that is playing into the algorithm. Even like when when I'm doing the TTRPG channel. Every scene on YouTube has its own game, meaning that we're into TTRPGs like Dungeons and Dragons and Advanced Fighting Fantasy, and Palladium Fantasy, and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and other strangers. We're technically into that, but at the same time, you get in there and you realize there are all these algorithm games. Like you have to talk about WotC's, 5th edition Dungeons and Dragons, or if you don't, then you don't get covered. Or the real thing to talk about on TTRPG YouTube is how much the culture war matters, and how Dungeons and Dragons is woke, and all these woke weirdos are ruining gaming or something weird, And if you talk about that stuff, then you're gonna be successful. If you talk about other things like actual game mechanics, you're fucked. Or if you go to the comics space on YouTube, the last thing you're going to encounter them talking about is actual comic books. I mean, there's some people that talk about the comic books. Like, here's this issue of Spider-Man number blah, blah, blah from 1978. It's a good issue. I like it because in this one he takes on the Vulture, classic artwork and pen work by this guy and the other guy, classic writing by this guy. On page 72, I'll always remember this scene. The Vulture says, "You may have defeated me, but I will rise again." Classic Vulture. Get to the end. Of course, the advertisements in the back, X-ray specs, blah, blah, blah. So that's it. It's another one. It's in semi-good condition. I'd slab it, but it's not really worth it. It's not really worth slabbing. So you keep this one out to read. Always come back to this one. One of my favorites. Had it since I was a kid. This is actually my copy. That guy is going to have like 212 views, right? Meanwhile, everyone else is like, Marvel are at it again. Gendering, swapping, fucking Blue Beetles, Hornet, Toad, whatever. And that guy's, it's all these stupid games, whatever. Every little, the problem with BookTube is the problem with this, the problem with that. Can we talk about the problem with book hauls and, why everyone sucks? You know what I mean? It's all stupid. AI slob is getting to the problems of conventions. Or, can we talk about girls at conventions and the problem with body odor and, all this like stupid stuff? They're just dumb. And no one knows what they're talking about. Everyone's just talking out of their butt. It's what it is. I blame society. There you go. And then eventually, hey, and never forget that. Well, I don't want to talk about things because I don't want to get pissed off YouTube. But then there you go. But it's all from a point because for all we know, this is going to be the last CW Chanter stream ever because, number one, I could just, for whatever reason, move on to other things. Number two, I can be taken down by the algorithm because of all the things I said to BGs. Thanks a lot, girl. Really? Are you that bitter? You know what I mean? Helen Keller learned to, you know what I mean? She graduated college and she couldn't see or hear, right? What's your problem? I'm kidding. Nothing is organic anymore except the foot in my mouth. Jeez, I really gotta stop. I must be on some sort of run. I must really be like just like out for like, you know what I mean? It's just like, you know what I mean? At the end, they'll just tell you. They'll just go down and be like, don't feel guilty. You know what I mean? He was like, he knew what he was doing. Tim Frey, don't say things like that. It's Tim. Come on. Hold on. Tim. Tim, come on. I can dish it out, but I can't take it. Come on now. Seriously, bro. Jason Parker. Have a happy holiday with your family. I will. You as well. You as well. Many people pay for body interaction in alternative spaces. Absolutely. Lemaire, body is massive now and ruining engagement. Well, I don't blame Lemaire. I don't think he's doing it personally. I'm kidding. I know. I play back. I play black. Whoa. Is it Thanksgiving today? No, it is not Thanksgiving today. It's the 31st. No, it's the 20 something. I forget what it is. It's something. You're Australian. We know that. Thank you for doxing yourself. It's next week. Listen, so we got names. We've got a roll for a food item. We've got 1d8 food items. Let me tell you about the food items you can get. It's the 27th. Thank you, Jason Parker. It's a 1d8 table for food items. So you roll a 1d8 to determine what food item your character would have. Here are the options: frozen Swiss cheese to go, creepy cream, stupid tuna, the devil's cream, eyeball cream. It's a cream-centric list. Corpsicle mix, 13. I know Tim Frey like that one. Meat is murder. Make of that what you will. Roadside meats from alongside Mirror 23. That's the 8th one. Okay. Then step 5 is we have roll for item. In addition to a food item, your character is also going to have a random item. So we've got a 1d20 list here. Got to keep in mind the time. So we've got 20 items here, okay? These are all resonant with 1995, okay? A spiritual shield, tiger jacket, makeshift box for Buddy, nature's breath, clown icon over turntable 8. There's a limit of 1, meaning you can make multiple characters. So you'd roll the d20 each time you make a new character to figure out what item they have. But there's certain items like the clown icon over turntable 8 that only one of your characters can have. Okay, so there's a limit of 1 item, limit one of those per player. You're one of the players. The poker. Number 6 is the poker. Number 7, afterlife full flash body photos. Number 8, green van. Number 9, let me see your knife. 10, the throne of corpse wonder. That's another one that's limit of 1 per player session. 11, behold, take the throwing wrench and run. 13, her red leather jacket at night. 14, dragged panties by garter light. Sophisticated. 15, old style European body wagon. 16, cocaine. Cocaine. 17, Isabella's 13th diary. Another item is limited to 1 per player per session. 18, attention drawing drab table cylinder. 19 is suits. 20 is 22 hospital pills. 22 hospital pills have a characteristic known as, and who is he or she on the inside? Who is she or he on the inside? And here are the Texas Chainsaw Massacres from 1974. Here are those options. Hold on. Here are the different things that could be on the inside. It's a 1d12 list. This one is. Here are the things your character, he or she, could be on the inside. Okay? I am the chosen one. I am the guardian. Wendigo 5. Drunk hunter with gun. Armed agent on the land with no respect for the notion of private property. He who slays the guardian. Brother hunter. The root out controller. Young trapper. It's classified ice cream man number 9. It's classified officer number 11, Dr. Happy Days. Okay. I think I'm expect. All right, all right. Oh no, okay, okay. Let me. Okay, then there's. Okay, okay, okay. Then there is. And what is the soul drive external? In addition to their who they are on the inside, they will also have a characteristic. What is the soul drive external? And there's a 1d6 list for this. 1. Reflecting on events of 100 years ago. 2. The circle of 9 has been broken. 3. Get off the island. 4. Finding the crash of the plane you were waiting for rescue from. 5. A blizzard centered over the island. 6. The gate to your world is closing. So I have 2 characters that I've generated so far. Oh, you'll also have an amount of money, which is 3d6 times 35 is the amount of dollars you'll start. In old school BX D&D, you would start off with 3d6 times 10 gold. I adjusted for inflation. So you get 3d6 times 35 and dollars. I won't forget the card. Don't worry. So here's characters. We got Cody Carl, who's a male, age 22. You figure out your age by doing 2d6 plus 16. So you'll always get an age between 18 and 28. So you figure out the character's age by doing 2d6, rolling 2 6-sided dice, and adding 16. Getting an age between 18 and 28. He's 22. He's got the classic D&D stats: strength, intelligence, wisdom, dexterity, constitution, and charisma. His food item is frozen Swiss cheese to go. His item is he's got clown icon over turntable 8. He's the only guy who can have that. For me, you can have a character that's got it. Her name is Jonaside. We say hello to you. And who is he on the inside? He's the brother hunter. We'd have multiple brother hunters. And it's not necessarily that anyone will know who he is on the inside. It's not necessarily that he will know who he is on the inside. You just got to see how it plays out in the course of events. And what is it? The soul drive external. The circle of 9 has been broken. Whether he knows the circle of 9 has been broken or not, or whether it's just the state of affairs that the circle of 9 has been broken, and that is what drives him. I have 2 streams going only in the sense that one of them is vertical and one of them is horizontal. And the starting cash is $350. Julie Ann Prescott is female. She's 24. She's got the same stats, meaning strength, intelligence, wisdom, dexterity, constitution, charisma. Her starting cash is $420. Snoochie Boochie. Her food item is eyeball cream. Gross. Her item is she's got the green van. We get multiple of those. And who is it that she is on the inside? She is the chosen one, whether she knows it or not. And what is the soul drive external for her? The gate to your world is closing. Now remember, the circle of 9 has been broken for Cody Carl. So whether how that interacts or not, I don't know. Okay. Okay. So that's it. Is the audio clicking? I don't know, but we know that I'm not using my prime audio. I'm not using the greatest audio I ever had because I don't have the handy headset mic that I've been using as of late. So we're gonna call that the stream because I have got to hit the road so as not to be late and not to offend those individuals to whom I owe obligations. Do I do this? Okay, got that, got that. And since we are in the year of, we're aiming for the year of, the year of 1995, Thanksgiving of 1995 is where we are collectively setting our sights to tune yourself to the mental headspace that is the CW Chanter, Blueberry Wolf Bridge, No Intro RPG, Thanksgiving 1995 community. Listen to the CW Chanter. I've got a clip channel. Listen to the radio station there for there's a virtual reality Thanksgiving 1995 radio station there. If you can't find it, go to my Patreon, join my Patreon. You'll find the link to the clip channel, and then you can, you know, connect the dots and jump over to get to the thing. Do that. Make connections to other people in the community. And I can't do everything. So from 1994, the Osho Zen Tarot, close enough. Not 1995 on the dot. Pretty sure that someone such for you. We can do it. We can redo it. This is the Ace of Rainbows, aka the Ace of Earth, or pentacles, or coins, and they call it maturity. And Lord knows that would characterize tonight's stream for sure, right? Oh, baby. So mature, we'll spend the rest of the night wondering if it's going to be the last stream ever, 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 ever. Well, if they take your brother out, you'll always have Prag Magic to turn to. I've got a copy of his Divergent Magic, an anarchic grimoire for ritual creation, ruination, and rebirth over here. I was going to prop it up with something more classy than a Febreze bottle, but then I remembered it was by Keats, aka Prag Magic, and I was giving it the due respect that it deserves. So there you go. Remember, folks, the root of the suit of Earth. We're there. And talking about Thanksgiving and the Thanksgiving Day game, that makes perfect sense that we draw that card because, like the Horn of Plenty, as we head into winter, that is why we celebrate the harvests and the fruit of the harvest that will get us through the cold days ahead as we come together in community, a diverse community, a divergent community. Remember, we have what it takes. Stay together, come close, forgive those things in the other that makes it difficult for you to come together. In the hopes you may come to see and find the space within themselves to do the same for you, and that our body warmth can come together and see us through the next cycle. May all be as it will be. I love you. I love you. I love you. If nobody told you they loved you today, Somebody just did that. Somebody being CW guilty shame pilgrim pro tem. Ha ha ha. I wonder what the algorithm will make of this one. If it should make the wrong decision, because we know it is fantastic at understanding sarcasm, humor, subtlety, innuendo, inference, and sarcasm, well, then we'll know that we had the time that we had. And you'll see me somewhere else around. Until then, love, love, love. Thanksgiving, Thanksgiving, Thanksgiving. Follow the leads. Follow the links in the description below. Give till it hurts. I kid, I joke. Give till it almost hurts. I kid. There you go. Till next time, have a good Thanksgiving. Don't walk away, Renee. Jonaside still owes me some cash. I'm kidding. I owe him some cash. The fuck out of here.